guys, welcome back to my channel, Rewind That. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, please hit that subscribe button so you can enjoy more videos like this one. Okay, so tonight, guys, we're going to be going over the latest episode of Empire, episode number 9, called Remember the Music. All right, so we're just going to go right into this episode, guys. Want to try to get it done as quickly as possible. Certain things that I'm going to be skipping over is the drama that's going on with Giselle and Becky, okay? I'm going to talk about that toward the end of this video, all right? Anyway, here we go. It picks up where we left off with, Tracy letting Philly Streets hear the song by Shine, which reveals, right? She puts 2 and 2 together, that West Side Hustler is a code name for Lucious, and she's trying to tell him that Lucious was the one that robs him of his $1 million, okay? He wasn't really trying to hear it, and he told her that the song could be about anybody, and if you want to rob Lucious, then do it yourself. You pull the trigger yourself, and then that was that. So it looked like he wasn't buying it, but we'll get back to that later. So next we see that Lucious will be honored with the ASA Lifetime Achievement Award, but Lucious doesn't seem too happy, and he tells Andre that game recognized game. I know that you bought that ASA award to put me out to pasture. And he's basically telling him, like, I'm not finished. Like, no one tells me when to retire, or no one's gonna push me out and stuff. So, Andre, of course, is denying it, but Lucious is telling him, listen, don't get too comfortable on that throne, because I'm not done. In fact, I'm just getting started. Now, honestly, I thought when he said don't get too comfortable, if I was you, I wouldn't get too comfortable on that throne. I thought he was going to tell him, like, that he was going to really school him and be like, don't get too comfortable, because once you got that crown, somebody's always coming for your head. Like, I thought he was going to, tell him that, like, what you want so bad it's not all it's cracked up to be. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was going to do that, but he didn't. So we're back at it again with this whole competition thing. But Lucious did try, okay? Andre just continues to poke and poke and poke, and continues to drive that wedge between him and his father. So whatever. But anyway, my question was, like, I agree with what Lucious is saying, that no one should push him off, and he's just getting started. He's young. And my question to you guys was, do you think Lucious is too young? Like, is it too soon for him to get a Lifetime Achievement Award? Because that kind of seems a little weird. I don't know. I tried to look up the average age, but I couldn't find anything, but whatever. Anyway, next we have the confirmation that Andre indeed did buy the ASA award, the ASA Lifetime Achievement Award for Lucious. He actually did buy the ASA award with the whole idea of Lucious, we're basically trying to push him into retirement. So Lucious called it right, like he said, he peeped game, and he was definitely right. So now you have Kingsley showing up, and he's saying that, we're going to come up with a plan to invite Kelly Patel over for dinner. And Kingsley's plan was to basically blackmail Patel into giving Andre his shares. So, he tells him the plan, you're going to invite him over to dinner, and then I'll do the rest. And so Andre's like, no, I'll do the rest, And so I'm just saying, like, let this soak in, right? That Andre is really sitting there talking to his dead brother, and he's getting all these ideas, going back and forth with the plans and the schemes and just all kinds of stuff. And this man is not really there. So, it's crazy. It's crazy. Mental illness can really be that serious. Like, they have in the past, like, people like the son of Sam, and I think the guy that killed John Lennon said that he got that idea from reading Catcher in the Rye or something crazy like that. But forget about that. Really, the son of Sam, he said that he heard voices from a dog, like his neighbor's dog talking to him, something like that. So my point is, yes, the way we see Kingsley here and he has all these ideas and he's telling Andre all this stuff and they're literally going back and forth with things is absolutely crazy, but it can actually happen. You know, the hallucination and that mental stuff is so serious that it's not even a game. Anyway, next we have Hakeem, and he's shooting a scene for Lucious's movie, and he gets a little upset because he's just frustrated because the script was changed. And so he tells, he's complaining to the director, and the director's like, well, Lucious changed the script. He's like, the director's saying, what's the problem? And Hakeem is like, my mom would not be like this. Like, she wouldn't just co-sign my dad like that. Like, she's very opinionated, but she makes the music great, she's very opinionated, but she makes the music great. And this girl right here, she don't even have swag like my mom. So, that part, that had me cracking up. But I honestly, I liked hearing him say that because it just showed me that he was being protective of his mother's legacy and, of how she was being portrayed. Because it's like, the truth is what should be displayed, not some daggone story that Lucious wants to sell for his ego. Anyway, by the way, the girl, she actually looked like Cookie a little bit. I don't know, what do you guys think? Did you think the girl looked like Cookie? I kind of thought she looked like Cookie. Anyway, so when the director tries to tell Hakeem, just to go with it, Hakeem just throws a tantrum. He tries to break up some equipment, and some of that equipment was actually irreplaceable, like, just vintage stuff that it was kind of probably a miracle that they got their hands on. So anyway, but Hakeem, he flips over the Casio and he says, I'm a lion, what I say goes, and I'm not doing anything until you guys fix this script. So next we have Lucious getting a text from Yana saying she's on her way and she'll be back to see him tomorrow. I don't know why they allowed us to see that text because Yana didn't show up at all. Whatever. But then he goes into the studio where Philly Street is, and Philly gives him a notepad, right? And he says, do you know about this? And Lucious is looking at it, and he's like he recognizes that it's Shine's lyrics. And he says, where'd you get this from? And then Philly's like, Tracy. Basically, Philly was telling him that, yo, this sound like somebody was, coming for my money. Like, this story sounds like my situation in so many words. And Lucious was telling him, no, that's not it. And he was like, I don't have to explain myself to anybody, but since you and I are in a better place or whatever, I'm going to tell you that there was a situation, some type of unsettled, I don't want to say beef, but there was something that was unsettled, like a money situation, I guess, between Bunky and Shine. And, that's possibly what the music could have been about, what the song could have been about. All right. So it seems like Philly Street bought that for the time being, but he kind of seemed like he still was unsettled with it. But anyway, so then Lucious gets an emergency text from Hakeem saying, I need you on set, come now. Next we have Terri letting Andre know that she's worried about certain things in the way that he does business in Empire, and that she realized that Lucious ran Empire like John Gotti, and she doesn't want that for Andre, and she doesn't want that for them. Okay, so Andre's telling her, don't worry, I'm cleaning things up, and the way Lucious did things is going to be no more. It's going to be in the past, and I'm just doing things better than that now. So you don't have to worry about that, in so many words, is what he's telling her. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, you are doing the exact opposite, okay? You're not being clean in any type of way. But this is before we found out that he actually did handle the dinner with Patel in a more clean way. But we'll get back to that. Okay, so, his wife is concerned. And I did say this in the beginning of this season when he started to see, like, when she was in the hospital and it was between her life was hanging in the balance, and so was the baby's, and he was doing all that praying and stuff, and he started to see Kingsley. You know, I did mention that I was afraid that if he starts listening to Kingsley, and also with, you know, his mental status and his mental illness, that it could possibly cost him his marriage. You know what I mean? So we'll see, because, you know, in this episode we did see that Terri was probing a lot. She was being very curious. And so I think that the more she finds out, obviously, you know, she's not about that life. She's not about that lying and this and that. And I think it's going to turn her away from Andre. So we'll see. But Andre needs to be careful. Next, we have the Lyon family all on set, because clearly Hakeem was so pissed that he texted everybody. He texted his whole family except for Jamal was there. Oh, I actually miss Jamal, guys. It's a shame. I don't think they're ever bringing him back. Like, I was hoping that he would probably at least show up in the final episode, but who knows? Maybe we'll get a surprise. I don't know. If Lucious dies or something like that, maybe he'll be at the funeral. I don't know. I don't even want to say that. Sheesh. Whew. So anyway, the whole family showed up. You know, Cookie came on set, Andre came on set, and, you know, Hakeem was saying, this is disrespectful. You guys are disrespecting me because you changed the script. And so Andre comes in and saying that this is not a Lucious movie, this is the Empire movie. You know, this guy's just getting on my nerves with this whole takeover situation. Like, it's just getting on my nerves. Like, you even want to have the rights to your father's movie, his story? Like, could you please get it together? Gosh. So anyway, so Cookie is also coming in and saying, I didn't sign off on anything and all that stuff either. Now, I feel like, you know, for sure, Cookie definitely has to have a say-so, because there is no Lucious without her. So Lucious had lost his whole entire mind by not even consulting with Cookie, or even getting the story right, or telling the actual truth, or her side of things. Like, he was just... So I was cracking up though when Cookie came in and she was getting on the girl that was playing her, talking about, oh, you were supposed to be mean, all that, like, you look soft and all that stuff. So the girl got mad and she walked off set and everything. So, you know, Cookie ran her off. But I was trying to figure out, like, why is Cookie taking things out on the girl that's playing her? But then we come to find out that, you know, it's because when she read the script, she's like, none of this sounds like me. So she kind of, like, the things that she was saying, it definitely mirrored what Hakeem was saying. Like, basically the same thing. Like, he's like, my mom does not talk like this. My mom is not like that. My mom has more swag. And so, you know, she was basically saying the same exact thing. Cookie, she's like, this is not me. Who is this person? So anyway, so Andre says, I'm not doing another line until y'all get this script together. So he walks out. And because of that, Andre said, you know what? Then you guys fix it, talking to his parents. And so he leaves them to it. He's like, we're losing money if you don't fix it. We're bleeding money. Empire's bleeding money. So if you guys don't fix it, we're at a loss. So Cookie and Lucious were there just, you know, looking at each other like, okay, where do we start, you know? So then Cookie and Lucious, they take a stroll down memory lane, and after she tells her version of the story, they go back and forth about how it really happens. So it kind of turns sour, right? And Cookie says, you know what? Since you have pumped yourself up to believe that you did all this stuff by yourself, take me out of the movie. And he said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that, right? Talking all big, until she hit him with the, matter of fact, did you sign a contract regarding me or whatever? Something along those lines. And he was like, no. And she said, well, she said, you cannot use my life rights or my likeness without my consent. So no Cookie, no movie. I was like, yes, honey. Because that man has lost his mind, okay? Like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, why he can't give her the credit? I just don't get it. Anyway, we're moving on. What's the big deal, you know? So anyway, so when Lucious goes to tell the director that he has to take Cookie out of the movie, the director's like, how is that even possible? Like, this is a historic biopic. Everybody knows that Cookie exists, you know? And it's like saying, that's like telling us to take the music out of the movie. So that automatically sparks something in Lucious's head. So he gets his boom box and he puts the tape in and he plays the song. He's playing the song and he's running towards Cookie saying, hey, wait, remember this song? I guess it's a song that he wrote, but it was Hakeem on the vocals. So it looked like they were having their little bonding moment over that one song or whatever, okay? So next we got Andre and his wife. They're having dinner with Kelly Patel. And the whole, Andre lets him know that he wants to buy his shares. But Kelly is like, Empire's making too much money. Why would I want to sell my shares? So Andre comes up with a deal that is kind of win-win. So it's to where Patel will have less ownership, less shares, right? But he'll be making more money. And at the same time, Andre will have more control of Empire, which is what he wants. Patel wins, and so does Andre. The biggest picture for Andre is to make sure that he's king and he cuts his father out. That's what it is. So he did all of that. He made this deal, and it was successful, and he did all of that without blackmail, okay? So I was waiting for the whole blackmail scheme to happen right there in front of Terri, and I was saying to myself, how is he going to pull off a blackmail in front of his wife? You know what I mean? And the crazy thing is, Kingsley, for some reason, I guess he wanted Andre to do that in front of his wife. Like, he wants Andre to be exposed in front of Terri. You want to say he wants Andre to kind of have some type of downfall, but it's like he's dead. Like, how much thinking are we really supposed to put into Kingsley? This is Andre's freaking hallucination. Anyway, let's move on. So next we have Lucious and Cookie. They're finally coming to an agreement. And so now, he's telling her, all right, tell me your side of the story. So this time she's telling her version of the story, and he's taking notes, okay? So she talks about how he went to meet the Colombians by himself, and that the cops were already, watching the Colombians. They were staking them out. And Cookie let Lucious know that she wanted to be there for the father of her children, because she got a call from Bunky who says that he was in New York. So Cookie knew that Lucious was going to be by himself going down there to meet the Colombians. So she comes, and as she's walking up to go, she's trying to meet Lucious. So as she's walking up, she sees the cops trying to get over there where Lucious and the Colombians were, trying to bust them. And so she fakes going into labor as, to create a diversion. And anyway, so everything worked out, but Cookie tells Lucious that, he needs to stop fooling with the whole drug game and focus more on the music. Like, there's a bigger picture. So then she gives him her father's necklace, which her father gave her, and told her to wear it every time for protection. And so she says, you need to wear it because to protect you. It's protected me thus far, but what if I'm not there like I was tonight? So you need to wear it for your own protection. And my thought was, wow, that's another sacrificial thing that she did for him. Like, she's taking off this necklace that she says and believes protected her, and it's like she's taking off the protection from off herself and giving it to him. All right, and that could be a reason why she probably wound up in jail and not him. So that's another reason why she would be hurt by him not acknowledging, her role in his success, because she's done a lot of things to sacrifice, for him. And it's not that she was doing it for him, though. She was doing it for them, for the family, which is what a lot of women do, okay? I'm not saying men don't do it now. Don't do that, guys. I'm saying a lot of women do it. Anyway, so next we have Andre and Terri having breakfast, and once again she's asking questions, and she wants to know, how did he get prophetic to sign with Empire? And he says I guess he must be tired of her asking questions, because he's like, what does it matter? What difference does it make how I did it? He signed. And she says, I was just wondering, babe. And he says, well, you need to stop wondering. So then the baby starts crying on the monitor, and then he goes into the room to tend to the baby. And as he gets in the room, Kingsley is holding the baby. Like, how serious is this hallucination to the point where this guy is holding the baby? Like, I just can't anymore with the hallucinations. Like, they're just going a little too far for me now. So yeah, they need to pull back a little bit. They just need to pull back a little bit. Anyway, so Kingsley is telling him, you got lucky with the whole Patel thing, how that deal worked out because Andre did it the clean way. Because clearly Kingsley wants Andre to fight dirty. He wants him to do everything dirty. All right. And Andre is saying, it worked out. I'm done with Lucious. I got rid of Lucious. So I don't need you anymore. And so Kingsley is like, oh, you're going to always need me. That demon on the throne is not your first and last one. You're going to need me for more things to come. So, that was just that. But before that, Kingsley was saying, that goody routine is not going to last. So it's not going to last long. But anyway, because like I said, the whole hallucination thing, I just don't understand. I guess they're trying to say that Kingsley is kind of like Andre's dark conscience, and the other side of Andre, which helps him to think good, is what goes back and forth with Kingsley. The side that bumps heads with Kingsley. But I'm just kind of getting a little tired of the whole hallucination thing. Like, honestly, when Kingsley died last season, I was just hoping that would have been the end of him, and it would have been done. But this guy is like here the whole season long, and it's just really just getting old to me. Like, I don't know. Next, we have Lucious pouring his heart out, right, to Cookie. They're on set again, right? They basically have the script rewritten. And Hakeem is happy. Everybody's happy. So let's do this movie. So as they all come to the agreement, he's out there pouring his heart to Cookie, telling her, everything that I did it to hurt you, and I'm sorry I was mad and everything about the whole Damon thing because I felt like you didn't believe in me anymore. And I really think that you should still believe in me, believe in us and everything. I really want to give us another chance. And, with all of that, him pouring out his heart, unfortunately, she tells him that she loves him, but she wants to hold on to the good memories, and then she pulls out the divorce papers. I know. I read a comment from one of my subs, and they were saying that they actually don't want Lucious and Cookie to be together anymore. That it's time for them to separate. I forgot what they said. I don't know. I think they said they're not good for each other anymore or something like that. And, maybe they have a point, but I've always had hope and always wanted it to work out between them, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get what I want at the end of this. And I know a lot of you out there are kind of just like me, where you don't want to give up hope on Lucious, but I don't know, guys. It's not looking good at all, especially with the like little preview of next week. Did you see that? We're going to talk about that. I'm almost finished. Oh, so then we have Giselle meeting up with Damon. Remember when I said I wasn't going to be talking too much about the whole, boss media situation and their financial issues? Okay, well, now I'm talking about it because Damon's in the picture, and Giselle meets up with him, asking him to be a silent partner. And I guess in order for him to agree, she has to agree to launder money for him. Now, I don't even know how. I didn't even know that Giselle knew this guy. So that was new to me. I don't remember them seeing each other, meeting each other. So maybe I missed something, or did we all just find out something together? Anyway, so we're going to really see what happens with that, because money laundering and illegal business, not good. We'll get back to that again. So next we have Philly listening to Shine's song again, and it seems like he's kind of obsessing over it, but then he puts two and two together. Like he does put it together. I don't want to say he puts two and two together, but it seems like he's settled. That's what it is. He settled on the fact that he believes that this is Lucious. This is who the song is about. It's about Lucious robbing him. Then Terri shows up at the white chick's house that Andre had, you know, hired to help set Prophetic up, even though Prophetic don't know he was set up, but set Prophetic up to sign with Empire. So Terri is like, I know that my husband paid you, and I will pay you double to tell me the truth. And boom, just like that, easy, the girl let her in. Next, we got Cookie. She comes into Boss Media and she interrupts the meeting between that Becky and Giselle are having with like 2 investors or whatever they were there for. And Cookie basically lets them know that she has the money, all the money they need to be the partner that they're looking for to save their business, to save their company. And unfortunately, it's like, dang, Giselle already made this terrible, desperate deal with Damon, and now Cookie's buying into the company. And what does that mean for her? Like, she's getting involved with an illegal situation that she doesn't even know she's getting involved with an illegal situation. So that's pretty messed up. Okay, so here we go with that. And then next we have Philly Street looking all pissed off. This is the last scene, and he gets a call from Tracy, and instead of saying hello, he automatically says, you were right, it was Lucious. And then he hangs up the phone. So he gets on the elevator and he has a gun in his hand and he cocks the gun, and I'm like, oh gosh. So does that mean that he's about to go and shoot Lucious? I don't know. You know, everybody kind of suspects that it could be Philly Street, but I still don't believe it's going to be Philly Street, but who knows. So that's basically the review for tonight, guys, right? But I honestly thought that this was the fall finale. I think I said this already, but whatever. So in 2 weeks is the fall finale. That's when the fall finale is, in 2 weeks. And then we have Cookie wanting, we get a little preview of Cookie wanting Lucious to sign the divorce papers, and to the point where she's willing to shoot him and kill him. She's willing to become a widow to free herself from this man, because he is saying he is not signing the divorce papers. Is it that serious, Cookie, though? Come on, girl. Really? Anyway, guys, that was my review for tonight. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode. It's just sad. I don't even know what else to say. So comment down below your thoughts. I don't know. Did Cookie go there with a gun? Like, what's up with her intentions? I really need to. I honestly can't wait to see that episode, because it's a little weird for her to be going to see him with a gun. You know, unless the gun was already there. Whatever. This show is getting on my nerves. I'm ready to see who killed Lucious if he dies, and who blew up Cookie. That's it. I'm just ready to see it, and I'm ready for it to end, because I'm tired of the shenanigans, okay? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in once again. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that post notification bell so that you are one of the first to know when I upload a video. Thank you, and have a great one. Bye-bye.